Hello viewers and welcome to News and TV. I am Makanaka Masengama. Stories making the headlines. Robbers attack popular preacher Walter Magaya's parents in the courts. More suits against Muchinguri and Matema over army killings in business. Fight between Old Mutual and its boss escalates. In sports, Sebos overtake Kenya in World Rugby rankings. News in detail. Armed robbers on Sunday night pounced on and beat up Prophetic Healing and Deliverance Ministries founder Walter Magaya's parents before robbing them of cell phones. The incident is said to have occurred around midnight at the parents' new place of residence in Waterfalls, Harare. The 7 robbers who were wearing masks are said to have rummaged through property, searching for the rich prophet and money which they believed was hidden in the house. They managed to steal several cell phones, $2,000, 2,000 Zimbabwean dollars, and a Mercedes-Benz registration ADT 6462 belonging to the cleric's mother. Magaya's visibly shaken mother on Monday told NewZimbabwe.com during a visit to a home that the robbers first attacked and severely injured 2 security guards, tied their hands and legs before frog marching them into the house. The preacher's mother sustained a swollen backside and neck injuries, while his father sustained a broken arm. A police report has since been filed at Waterfalls Police Station. A Matabeleland chapter of the Chiefs Council says it will not try to interfere with a recent ruling by Bulawayo Magistrate Gladmore Mushove to send embattled Mutabazinduna traditional leader Hlasayama Diweni for 18 months in prison. Diweni, a fierce government cleric, was both convicted and given a jail sentence over his role in damaging his subject Feti Mbele's homestead a couple of years back. He has since appealed both conviction and sentence, which has been widely criticized as politically motivated. In an interview with NewZimbabwe.com, the deputy president of the Chiefs Council, Mshane Nkumalo, said the Matabeleland Chiefs Council stands guided by Mushove's ruling. Kumalo said as traditional leaders, they are also judicial officers in their own right and cannot be found criticizing a judgment of a superior court. In the courts, Defense Minister Opam Chinguri Kashiri and Home Affairs Minister Kane Matema have both been sued for nearly $14 million as more victims of the deadly general protests open up. Erenia Goa is demanding $1,000 funeral expenses, $300,000 for shock, pain and suffering, and $600,000 for loss of support, saying the police killed their husband Solomon Nyarua. One Patricia Serena Kamuriwo, a cleaner, is suing Matema for $700,000. It was reported that 17 people died countrywide during the shootout by soldiers and police officers on unarmed civilians during the ill-fated protest over a fuel hike and economic hardships. In business, Diversified Financial Services Group, Old Mutual Limited, has exposed a number of alleged scandals which forced the century-old entity to terminate its former chief executive Peter Moyo's employment contract after indicating interest to bring the matter to finality. The parties have been embroiled in a nasty fight since May this year, which was triggered after Moyo's dismissal before being reinstated by the courts recently. However, despite the court order last week, Old Mutual Limited fired the embattled chief executive for the second time. In an open letter to shareholders, Old Mutual Limited Management Board announced that they intended to finalize the dispute. Old Mutual Limited said that Moyo's contract was terminated after issues involving improper handling of payments, which had arisen over his involvement in approving NMT Capital ordinary dividend payments in his capacity as a director of NMT Capital, despite the fact that NMT Capital was actually owing Old Mutual. We end with sports. Zimbabwe's national rugby team continued its gradual rise on the World Rugby rankings, moving into position 32 and third in Africa by overtaking East African side Kenya following their 32-26 win over Uganda in a Victoria Cup match played at Harare Sports Club on Saturday. The Sabres' imperious form continued on Saturday with a solid win over Uganda to take their unbeaten run in the four-nation tournament, which also involves Kenya and neighbors Zambia. The Zimbabwe side's fourth straight victory in the four-nation Victoria Cup cements their place at the top of the Victoria Cup standings and also sees them climb up a place in the global rankings to 32nd and 3rd in Africa behind South Africa 5th and Namibia 23rd. Reporting for newszimbabwe.com, I am Makanaka Masenyama. For this and more stories, visit our website www.newszimbabwe.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Newzim TV.